question becomes of parties to this project is whether or not you object to my participating in this particular proceeding. We need to know that up front, because if so, then I need to recuse myself from these proceedings, given my background. So I will ask, first of all, the state.
We have no objection to your
Okay.
being involved.
Then I will ask the applicant.
Out of great respect to the chairman, I would request that you recuse yourself because of your involvement and very interested involvement. It's not like you do not have contact with this project, and so we request that.
Okay, in that case, then that's exactly what I will do. I will recuse myself from this case and turn the gavel over to the Vice Chairman.
Sir, do none of us, we can't ask you to stay, right? We can't request that you stay?
You can request that I stay, but given past situations like this, we could have I'm trying to think exactly how to say this, we could have a recurring situation depending on the decision that's finally made here. It may not be the final decision. Yes, I could accept your wishes and stay, but that being the case, if they don't like the final decision, then we're going to go into more and more discussions on this subject. And I, for one, would like to prevent that. I would like to solve this issue if we can today. So I'm going to respect the wishes of the applicants and recuse myself from these proceedings. Mr. Prince? In fact, I'm even going to get out of the way here. I'm not going duck hunting. I'm going to sit in the back.
I'm going to move, so I'm close to the attorney.
My name is Jeff Hallam. I'm an assistant attorney general, and I'm the board's lawyer. My sole function is to advise the board. My knowledge of the case is similar to the board's on it. So what I'd like to do to begin with is to go through and ask that the represented parties identify themselves. Begin with the state as best.
Yes, Diane Best, appearing on behalf of the Fire Rights Program and the Chief Engineer.
Richard J. Neal, Special Assistant Attorney General and General Counsel for the South Dakota Department of Game Fish and Parks, obviously representing the interests of the Department of Game Fish and Parks.
Mr. Hallam, Mr. Chairman, my name is Rich Helsper, and I'm along with Jeremy Pancratz, our attorneys for Brookings, and we represent the applicant in this matter, the Lake Ponset Water Project District.
Ms. Best, you indicated to me beforehand there were some late individuals that intervened in this matter.
Yes, I did. I asked for time before the board to discuss this matter. According to board rules, the time for filing petitions in this matter as interveners was June 29, and the chief engineer received several late filed petitions, enough so that I went ahead and made out a chart of who they are and what the dates were that they filed. If anyone else wishes a copy of this, why? The DENR feels strongly that public participation in these matters is a good thing. There are statutes that provide for intervention, and interveners carry full rights to parties in the legal proceeding. Nonetheless, there is a cutoff date, and the cutoff date is June 29. And just for the board's use too, I went ahead and copied the statutes that apply to intervention in case the board needs to use those as it decides in this matter. So basically, it's the wishes of the board. I'm not advocating that you deny intervention or grant intervention, but there is this issue with their late filed. Some of them were filed a couple days after the date, and then it looks like one was filed as late as September 14th. So, and then also, board rule requires street address. We get a number of applications, they didn't give us street address at all, so we had to go searching for that. And in some cases, we found them, and that's fine. And then also, the email process really isn't set up in the rules either. So, but, you know, it's the board's discretion on it, and I just thought I'd bring it to the board's attention so we can be clear what we're going to know who's going to do what.
What I like to do to begin with is has council been provided a copy of this list? What I'd like to do is go through the list to see who's present here today. First petitioner was David Aaron. Is Mr. Aaron here today? Okay. The next one is Kevin Smith. The next one is Bob Anderson. The next one is Chuck and Dory Zenlebach. I hope I did. The next one is Alan Frenzy. The next one is Dave and Diane Hausbaugh. Next is Scott and Deborah Dominic. Next one is John Nelson. Next one is Gerald and Camelia Wilson. Next one is Mike and Darla Werner. And the final one is Ronald J. Friesman. None of them are here today, and if they didn't attend, they waived their right on it. So to participate as a party, not only do you need to intervene, but you also need to be present at the party. So I guess it would be up to the board now to make a decision on this matter of us to allow the late interventions.
It's the pleasure of the board.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the late filed petitions as disclosed to the board this morning be denied.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion is carried.
If anyone else has cell phones on, I'd ask them.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. But it may have to be on. If you could please turn it off, or
I'll get to vibrate me.
The next matter is that there are individuals here today that may have previously intervened. This is a contested case proceeding. It's like a court trial. And if you intervened and want to participate as a party, you have the right to do that, but then you're going to have to be the full party. You would need to come up here. You'd have the ability to question witnesses. You'd have the ability to cross-examine. And you have basically full rights and privileges of the party, but also the responsibility. Otherwise, if you're comfortable between the parties that are here, that being the applicants, and the two state entities, one for the department and the other the intervener, Game Fish and Parks Department, then you could still be there. Any of the parties could still call you as witnesses, but you would not be formally participating. And just as these people here that were not here today, you waived your right to formally contest this matter any further on it if you don't participate. So I guess to begin with on it is are there any individuals that want to continue to participate as a party intervener in this action? Full participation. If you stand up and give your name for the record.
Richard H. Smith.
And Mr. Smith, on it is that I assume that you were one of the interveners that filed a formal petition?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm George Milgram, and I'm opposed to any changes in the...
Do you want to fully participate then?
I will be available, put it that way, if there's any request.
Well, it's sort of, you either have to fully participate as a party, or you're available for questioning, there on it. I mean, because the parties, I want to move up to the second row, because we're going to ask you whether you object to exhibit